So it looks like there are some issues going on within iOS 17.6, which is fairly common, is very, very normal for these types of updates to have these types of issues. But there were a few different ones that I noticed that I wanted to kind of hit on. I made a video like this a few days ago, but it's been a few more days of people having iOS 17.6. So let's go and take a look at a few things. Number one of the biggest issues that I'm still seeing is basically cell connection and just cellular networks not working well. For some reason, I don't know why, there's been a lot of issues for, iOS 17.6 when it comes down to some cellular networks not working. And a lot of people have been complaining about it, but I will say with these types of updates, it depends on what's going on. Is it a network outage in your area, or is it a problem specifically with iOS 17.6? That's why these types of things is a little bit more tricky because we're never like 100% too sure, but I would probably say iOS 17.6 could cause some issues here. So if you're planning on installing iOS 17.6, keep in mind, just keep an eye out on your cellular network, see if your data and mobile data and everything's like that still working when you update. If it works fine, then that's probably okay. But sometimes you may run into issues there, so just keep your eye on that. Another thing that could end up happening here that a lot of people have been running into issues as well is their alarms. It looks like some people's alarms are still not quite working that well, which is very interesting, considering this was supposed to be fixed a while ago. Luckily for me, on my personal devices, there hasn't really been too many issues here. But I did have an iPad that I did set alarms on, and for some reason those alarms aren't going off. But I don't know if that's still an iOS 17 problem or not. But that could be another thing we can throw in here as well. A lot of people have been complaining about battery life problems. Now, here's the thing. With any update that comes out, there's always going to be some people who talk about the battery, not working well, or, different situations like that. I would probably say for the average person, in a situation like this, you're probably going to run into battery issues as soon as you update, but it does take a couple days sometimes for the update to kind of settle down. So that right there could be one thing to kind of keep in mind here. That if you're going to go through and just have an update, that it's not the biggest deal in the world if your battery life goes down just a little bit. So once again, just kind of keep something like that in mind, because, if you're going to update, you probably just want to keep a good battery life, going. And, unless you want to do a clean install, if you're just installing over the previous update, then you might run into some issues, but it's not going to be the biggest deal in the world. So once again, that's just a small minor thing to keep in mind here as well. So those were kind of the big, major issues I could see that I was running into, or that other people were running into on iOS 17.6. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.